Good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well. So this is my Yankees postseason pitching rotation. Number one, obviously, is going to be ace Gerrit Cole, who's most likely going to pitch the wild card game for the Yankees most likely against the Boston Red Sox, and hoping and expecting the Yankees get into the ALDS. In behind him, I've got Nestor Cortes. Yes. Luis Hill. And then Jordan Montgomery. Those are the four guys. Two hard-throwing righties and two crafty lefties. I do not have Domingo Germán in the rotation. If he makes postseason roster, I have him in the bullpen. Jameson Taillon has also earned the right to be on this postseason roster based on how he's performed this year and the adjustments that he's made and the comeback that he's made. But that said, his arm has gotten a little bit tired down the stretch, and I'm not surprised because he's been out for 2 years. So I have him in the bullpen as well. The bullpen suffered some injuries. Johnny Loizaga is out right now with on the 10-day IL with, I think it's inflammation in the rotator cuff. So there's no guarantee he's going to make the first round either. So I'd rather have Taillon in the bullpen, given a couple innings. And long relief, especially now the Yankees have used 6, 7, 8 pitchers a game so many times because starters just haven't gone long enough. Certain starters haven't gone long enough. So I'd rather have him in there to throw 3 innings or 4 innings in long relief. And I would rather have Domingo Germán in there throwing 3 to 4 innings of long relief as well to preserve some of the bullpen guys. And again, hoping that Johnny Loizaga comes back. You've got a bunch of other guys in there. You've got Joely, you've got Wandy, who's had a rough stretch recently too. Clay Holmes, I think, has earned the right to be on this postseason roster. And obviously Chad Green and Chapman is going to make the roster, and a couple other arms. But in terms of the rotation, those to me that's the strongest four that the Yankees have right now. I don't have Corey Kluber making the postseason rotation. I don't know if I even have him making the postseason roster, to be honest. If he does, it's also going to be long relief. Maybe 3 innings. I mean, since he's come back, Yankees generally get maybe 3 good innings out of him before he starts to get roughed up a little bit. So I would not have him in the rotation. And for that reason, I would not have Taillon in the rotation just to preserve his arm for next year. And I would have Domingo Germán. So I would have 3 long relief guys who are starters in the bullpen right now, with those other 4 being the 4 frontline guys in the starting rotation. And to me, that's got to be the way to do it. It's probably the pitching rotation that best puts the Yankees in position to succeed. Jordan Montgomery's given length, Nestor Cortes is given length, Luis Hill got a live arm, and he's also still given length in the minors, so I think he's going to get the opportunity. And he's different from Davy Garcia. Listen to all the morning cicadas around. He's different from Davy Garcia. He's got a much more live arm. He's got arm, better command, better poise. He's a gamer, and he's shown that he can perform up here already. And Davy Garcia, they had him in the postseason rotation last year. He struggled, and he's been struggling all year in AAA. So, Hill to me is a notch above Davy Garcia, and I originally thought Clark Schmidt might get an opportunity maybe to be out of bullpen, but he's been getting roughed up now recently too, after having setbacks. So I don't have Schmidt obviously making the postseason roster either. Even he's another righty with a live arm and nasty stuff. It's not going to happen. So that's my rotation. You got Cole, Nestor, Luis Hill, and Jordan Montgomery. In that order, most likely in that order, righty lefty, depending on matchups against whoever team they would be facing in the divisional series. Now, obviously, Cole would not be starting the first game, so it would probably be Nestor, and then so on and so forth. But with Cole pitching the wild card game and hopefully getting us through, obviously. But those are the 4 guys that I think the Yankees need to go with. They seem to be they are the most reliable right now, and that would be the 4 bullets I would be throwing out there in the postseason. So they might make some adjustments each round in terms of who is in the bullpen and blah blah blah. But you got to have those 4 in there. Clay Holmes has to be in there, and he's shown some good stuff recently. So I would definitely have him in there. Chad Green. Hopefully the Wisely comes back and comes back healthy, because it would be a big blow if we didn't have him in the postseason. But you let me know what you think. Who's the best four-man rotation for the Yankees? And I would not be going anything less than a four-man rotation in the postseason. I would try to avoid bullpenning games in the postseason. The Yankees tried that last year; it did not work, and I would avoid that at all costs. But I would have a couple starters playing long relief in the bullpen, because generally, and those starters generally go, a couple of strong innings usually, and before they start getting roughed up. Taillon's been a little bit more recent, a little bit more dependable over past the third and fourth and fifth inning. But again, I think he's getting tired, having not thrown this many innings in over 2 years. So, but I still have him in that bullpen, throwing a couple of innings. He's earned that right. So, you guys give me your insight. Let me know what you think. What does the Yankees pitching situation need to look like for this postseason? And after the season's over, I would be investing in pitching another starting pitcher, no matter what. I'll be investing in at least one starting pitcher and boosting the bullpen too. So particularly if they don't go out and spend $200 million on a shortstop, you got to invest in pitching. If they don't extend Rizzo for some reason, you got to invest in pitching, no matter what. So give me your insights. Let's talk in the comments, guys.